I forgot to film an intro, so this is gonna get right into it. But if you haven't been here before, I'm Sylvie. I'm currently editing this video. Oh, this really tested me. Every single part of this, nothing went smoothly. So anyway, enjoy watching me try to make this cosplay. Alrighty, today's the 8th of September, so we've got a little bit over a month. And we're gonna start the first thing today by making the boxer shorts that he wears. I'm not gonna use a pattern for this. I think it's just gonna be a really simple short. So I'm just stealing a pair of shorts that my husband likes. And I'm gonna be tracing these out to create a pattern. Really just gonna be an elastic band at the top just to create that boxer short look, and I'm obviously gonna make them a little bit longer. I'm debating whether I wanna line them or not, because I don't want him with the single layer, but let me show you the fabric that I got. So I could not for the life of me find red striped fabric anywhere except for the quilting section, unfortunately, and if you guys sew, you know that quilting fabric is expensive for I don't know what reason. And looking at it, it's definitely a little see-through. So I do think I'm gonna line this probably just with a white cotton. I did buy a bed sheet so that I could use something as lining. What I did do today was get a sergers. I just figured that for these shorts, especially just the inside and everything, having a serger would make it so much better, so much cleaner, so much easier.
It so makes it so pretty. I love it.
So that's what we're gonna do. Here's my back pattern piece and my front pattern piece. But yeah, I'm gonna make this out of my lining fabric first and then have him maybe just try it on. Oh my god, that smells so strong. Ugh, that's the only thing about the thrift store is if you're sensitive to smells, this is crazy. It smells so strong. I actually have a headache right now because of how strong this is. I'm gonna make it and then throw it in the wash. What am I doing? This is not supposed to be sewn together. So I'm gonna also learn how to seam wrap a serging stitch. You know when you think that you're doing something right sides together and somehow at this point, I might just leave this seam, at least it's serged. This is just not my day apparently. Remember how I said that this was in the quilting section, so it was a little bit more expensive? Well, I need another meter of it. So it's probably gonna be a stop for me here today. Remember when I said that I was gonna be done today? I lied because I went to Fabricland and I got the rest of the fabric, and here's the shorts, pre-elastic and pre-hem. Everything went well for the most part. I think I'm getting used to my serger and I love it. The only thing is I put the wrong side out on the inside. With that said, because it's all nicely serged, it's not that big a deal. At least the right side is out for the part that matters. 8:30. The shorts are finally done, and that was crazy. I don't know why it was that crazy, but the serger decided to, well, I guess I hadn't threaded it properly in the first place and somehow just lucked out that it worked. Riley, do you want to try them on?
Yes. They're pretty cool.
That looks so accurate to the costume. Okay, that's done. I'm done for tonight. Goodbye. It is the 21st. Yes, it's the 21st of September right now, which I know gives me no time. And all I've done was the shorts that are somewhere under that giant pile of fabric. Yeah, this room has just become progressively more and more disorganized, so I'm gonna need to organize it, but that's besides the point. As you might be able to hear, I am a little sick today, so I figured why not do a little sewing, and here's what I got going on. This, I haven't figured out if I want it to be the main portion or the lining portion, so I'm gonna use the same fabric, which is kind of awful to use because it's this bridal satin I think I got. I don't own anything purple, really. It's just the last color that I own. I don't know why. It's got the interfacing on this side. Now, my biggest dilemma is, do I put interfacing on the other side? I haven't cut out the pieces yet, but it means I would have to cut all the lining pieces one more time and then cut them all out again out of interfacing. And I don't know, if you sew, maybe you can relate to this, but it just sucks to put interfacing and everything because it just adds a little more time, especially corsets, because corsets are a lot of separate pieces. They're easy to make, but they're a lot of separate pieces to sew together. The only thing is, if I don't put it, especially with slippery fabric that kind of stretches, is you kind of get a size difference between your lining and your main fabric, depending which one's got the interfacing on it. I might just call this a day for today. Why is this so big. You never know, maybe once it's sewn together, it'll be fine. It's just like, what? I could like completely remove the last panel. Should I have printed out maybe an extra small? I printed out a small. This pattern's weird. I'll put it down below or on the screen, but very easy, simple. I just wanted a pattern so that I wouldn't have to pattern a corset myself, because that kind of sucks. But I can't find the measurements on it anywhere. Like, it's not on the pattern instructions. So I just went ahead and printed out a small because I figured I could kind of like go in and tighten it if I needed to. But like, look at that. Like, excuse me? Why is there literally an entire panel of extra fabric on that? My side seam is where it's supposed to be. The joys of sewing. Is the 25th of September. And she is boned all the way through on the lining, and now I just need to flip it inside out and iron it. There's a lot more things that need to be done, but look at this absolute masterpiece. I'm just saying. And it's as nice as it is on the outside on the inside. The only thing, if anybody's planning on using this pattern, is that this is supposed to be a small, and I cut off pretty much the entire back panel and it is still too big. So I should have done the extra small, and even with the extra small, it probably would have still been too big. So at least it's just a corset and it is easy to tailor. But what I did do was add this like pearl trim to the top of it, which I think was really nice. I put this on the bottom. I love it. I'm obsessed. I might just wear this outfit like a date night or something. Are you in this? You are. All right, it's the 27th of September, and this is how many pages I have to cut to do this jacket. Woo, patterns! It's so exciting. It's gonna take absolutely forever to do. All right, good afternoon. It is now the next day. I just went on a run, and then I put pajamas back on. It's 12 p.m., but I'm on call for work today, so I know I'm gonna have to stay in the house, and at least I just went running. But here's the other thing. I had these bubble braids in yesterday. It's my first time trying them, and I actually really liked them. So thank you to every teen that was wearing them at the Tate McRae concert. I liked them. So I had them in all day yesterday. I slept with them in last night. I went for a run with them, and now I just took a shower, brushed out the rest of my hair, and these are still in, like intact. I don't know. Is this gonna be my new hairstyle? Let me know. I like it. Maybe I'm too old for it. Anyway, that's besides the point. The point is that yesterday I did manage to cut out the entire pattern. Here are all of the pieces. Unfortunately, some of the pieces, all the lines are the same. Sometimes with patterns, one line will be dashed and they'll kind of like alternate so you know which one your size is. With this one, you definitely don't, and some of the pieces don't have the sizes on there, which made it quite confusing. But today's task will be to probably start cutting that out. We tried to pick the lightest fabric possible. Here's what we got. We did try to shop the sales. So for the lining, I forget what it's called, but it's always in the sales section, and they have it on sale for I think $5 to $6 a meter. And it's just this very thin, I don't know if you guys can even tell what sort of fabric this is. See, it's very thin. It's not the highest quality thing, but it'll do exactly what I wanted to do for a lining. Then for the outside, this is classic suiting. So it is suit fabric. You can see the texture a little bit more here, but it is a little bit thinner. And is there a little give to it? Not much. And then for the lapels, so just this portion here, and then maybe the cuffs I think would be cool too. We've got this, you can't even tell, it's like a suede crushed velvet kind of vibe. That's what my husband picked, so it'll be pretty fancy. This is fraying on me everywhere. This might be like the longest piece apart from a pant that I've ever cut out of anything. I want to say it's about an hour later, and I've got all of this cut. That was not fun. There was a lot. Now it's time to just go ahead and do it. Time to sew. All right, I had to show you guys this. So this is the main fabric. Yeah, it's a venture. It's kind of like corset making in a way. You guys, I was doing so good with this until this lapel portion, or the facings portion, I guess. And I've just had to seam rip the lapels off of the lining, cut some out of lining fabric, and I'm gonna be sewing them right back on. But that's because there's like a step where it tells you to cut more. I don't know why it doesn't tell you to just cut some originally. Cut more for your main fabric, then sew them on right sides together to the lapels only on the main fabric. So I don't really know what's going on. I've read ahead and I'm very confused. So hopefully I can sort of make this work. Another update. So I just went back and read more of the reviews and for this pattern. And everybody's got the same sort of complaints that I do, where it was really hard to cut out, but also it's missing a little bit of instruction, or also like graphics, I guess, like photos to show what they're talking about. A lot of people are confused. So do I recommend buying this pattern? No. Is it the only pattern I found that would be the same idea as what I was going for? Yes, unfortunately. This pattern is super jumbled. It doesn't really make sense. It seems like I'm gonna have to skip ahead in the pattern and then go back. I did message the seller and hopefully she will get back to me with a few instructions. I can't with this tonight at all. This is like the 4th time that I've undone the sleeve. No matter what I do, the armhole is always smaller than the sleeve. So there's like way too much material. It has to be pleated if I do put it in, which doesn't look good. So I'm gonna have to undo that again. Instead of calling it a night, I just called it on the sleeves and I sewed the lining the way they said to sew the lining, which is just all the way around. And I have some sort of feeling that this is gonna look a little silly. This has been my least favorite sewing experience. I don't know if these are supposed to go together or not. I feel like they are. Oh my god, I hate it. And you're supposed to have a collar. And maybe I should have sewn all of these together at the back. And then obviously they still need to be ironed. Yeah, I'm calling it a day today. No, this is it. Oh my god. Why does this look so weird? The sleeves still don't fix, even though I've gone in multiple times. Multiple times. I have used my serger to cut around here and it's still way too tight in the arm, and I've cut off a lot of material and it's huge on the back. So not sure what's going on here, but I can grab a handful of material, yet the front is stuck. However, the back does look pretty good.
The moment of truth.
I think I fixed it. I don't know.
This one's not fixed.
What do you mean it's not fixed? What's going on with it? Did I put it on in the wrong spot? I might have. Oh, what the heck? Oh my god, Riley, I can't. Can we just order one up? I don't want to do this anymore. I desperately want to finish it. I've been spending way too much time at it, but. All right, you guys, here's what we found from Spirit Halloween. Shout out to my friend Ronnie because she found this at Spirit Halloween. So it's the Dapper Gangster, I think, costume from Spirit Halloween. And it comes with this little vest. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not like a full vest. This is just the lining of the jacket, which actually makes it a lot better because that's one less layer that Riley's gonna have to wear for an evening in Florida. Now, obviously this is like a trench coat. So I think what I'm gonna do here, because it does have the tails on the back, is I'm gonna get Riley to wear it and I'm gonna just crop sort of like where it's supposed to be and then cut it all the way down to the tail. It sucks because the one that I made was like way fancier and nicer. It's just a costume for one day, so I can't be too pressed about it. I look like... I also found a pink umbrella at Walmart. I'm gonna have to open it inside. I hope that's not the worst luck, but it's because I'm gonna be probably just hot gluing some frill on the bottom of it so that it looks a little bit fancier. But I don't know why it was so hard to find an umbrella that had pink on both sides. And all the frilly ones that you can get online are either quite expensive or would have taken like 2-3 months to ship, which I think is crazy. Oh, it's my doggy!
You have better build quality.
I know I have better build quality. Oh yeah, that's way better. I finished the jacket. I'll show you guys after because Riley is wearing it, but he's on the phone with his mom right now, so he's kind of like prancing around the house with it. I also cut a circle skirt. I'm gonna try and paint now. And honestly, I think I'm just gonna run an elastic through the top and call it a day with this one. It looks good. It doesn't look perfect because the lining is all messed up, but it looks good.
Looks pretty good.
Okay, I think I've done about half the skirt. right now. I used my Cricut to print out like a really kind of rough stencil, but at least they all sort of look the same. This is a lot worse than I thought it would be because this fabric absorbs the paint, so it takes a lot longer to put on. I don't know why I never cross-checked it at the start. I just assumed like green goes in the center. What's wrong with this image? Oh my god! I went to Fabricland and I got a bunch of trim. I shopped the bargain bin. I got this beautiful frill for the like entire underside of the umbrella. Then I got this beautiful pearl for the entire bottom of the dress. Love the sales. I'm superstitious. I don't want to open this indoors, and I don't know about hot glue. I've never really used hot glue on a project. I just feel like if I can sew it, I'd rather just sew it. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is not open it, leave it like this, and sew section by section with this on. Okay, this might seem insane, but I think it's gonna work. Oh, absolutely. Listen, I'm not gonna open this inside. Look at how cute this already looks. Ah! So that was so easy. Also, I don't know if I showed you guys because I kind of had a little crisis earlier. I found out that I can somewhat cover up the petals with the green. I'm really surprised because this was the cheapest paint that I found at Michael's completely. I'm a little mad at myself. I should have looked, and I asked myself so many times if I should look beforehand and was like, nope. We'll see. At the end of the day, it's just a costume for one night. So if it's not perfect, it's really not that big a deal. All right, we are T-minus 1 week. Yesterday, I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning. No, I woke up 10 minutes earlier than 7 o'clock in the morning so I could do my fast passes, and things were going by fast. So I think this is gonna be so busy. But here's what I have for the collar. This is not trimmed up yet. I think what I'm gonna do for it, because it's so rectangular, is I'm gonna trim the edges, and then I'm going to probably cut kind of like a triangle, so a dart out of it, to make it more of a round shape. So this is two-sided fusible, meaning that what I'm gonna do is just cut, once I have the correct size of this, I'm just gonna cut my pieces out of fabric. I'm just gonna wrap all the edges with bias tape. Update. So in theory, it was working and it was looking great until I tried it on. It will not lay flat on me. Okay, I had some chicken nuggets and then I had a clearer mind. So here's what this is looking like right now. I just like made a whole bunch of sort of different pieces so that it would shape to my back. This was really just a whole bunch of trial and error. Like there really wasn't any rhyme or reason to it. I'm gonna leave this separate so that I can put a little like, I have a little pink elastic thing that can go here and that will keep the collar up. And then this will just fall like this, which I think is pretty cool. Let me show you what I got done yesterday. I really didn't film, I just got like into the groove, I guess. This is the way that the shoulders are gonna look, and I'm gonna have the sleeves attached onto it, so it's gonna keep the shoulders down. The collar looks like this once it's up. I just need to go to Fabricland and get a little like elastic piece that'll keep it up like this. I didn't film this, I probably should have. I just freehanded the shape of a sleeve. I just sewed it together here. Then I cut a big rectangle out of the pink. I attached it onto the sleeve with my serger. So this is what the inside of this looks like. It's super messy. And then that's how I created this like double puff sort of situation. I would make them puffier, but this has been such a struggle. Anyway, and then what I'm in the midst of doing, I did a double rolled hem on the bottom and left a little opening, which is where I'm going to use a pin and just put an elastic through it. As you can see, I've done that on this one. I got my pink elastic. It obviously looks crazy. I picked up the nails. Okay, wait, let me get them out of the bag. Look at how amazing these are. I actually cannot believe, okay, jump scare. Nails by Meg. She's amazing. She does them all custom for me, and this literally could not be better for this costume. Like, this is, wow, chef's kiss. It's literally the day before vacation, so this looks crazy still, but it is what it is at this point. I heavily modified it again so that this would be way less tall and this is way shorter. This, I'll need to probably bring it in. I need to maybe just tie a clip or something on the inside. Still need to attach the sleeves to it and put the bows on. I also finished my little shoes. I attached the little lace on it, but next time you see me, we'll be in Disney World. I'm literally modifying this collar, again. At this point, it's just a waste of resources. But it was looking so wonky and I just can't. Have I finally figured it out? I haven't even looked in a mirror. I've just looked in the viewfinder in the camera. Ah! Oh my gosh. I think I did it, Riley! I think I did it! This is gonna look so cool. This is gonna look so cool. Okay, it's currently 1 o'clock in the morning. We're on our way back from Magic Kingdom. We're at the beach club and I didn't film anything horizontal, so I'm sorry. Hopefully the photos worked. And this collar, so annoying. I also ran into 2 other Sarah, Sally, Slaters at the exact same time. As soon as we entered the park, which was really funny. So shout out to them. But thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.